Happy New Year, everyone! As we're on the cusp of ending 2024 and the very beginning of 2025, I just want to be one of the first to say Happy New Year and thank you so much for every one of my followers on Instagram and TikTok and every one of my subscribers on YouTube. You guys are amazing. You guys have encouraged me through the year. You guys have cheered me on. You guys have seen my highs and my lows throughout the year, and you stuck around. I, for this video, I want to review some of the amazing things that happened in 2024 for me, and then we're going to talk about some of the exciting things that I have planned for 2025. So let's get started. And what I did was I had to jot down, guys. So many things happened that I had to jot down some stuff. So first, the biggest thing that happened in 2024, well, one of the biggest things that happened in 2024 is I resigned from corporate America. I hit the big 55 and I decided, you know what? It's been 2 years that I've been praying about this, and I felt strongly that God wanted me to let go corporate America, let go that paycheck, and just trust Him fully, and pursue growing my food and teaching others to grow food. So, February 2nd of 2024, I did that. February 3rd was my birthday. That was a Saturday. On February 2nd, I let go and let God resigned from corporate America, and I have been so happy. I haven't regretted it one day. So that was the first thing that happened in 2024, and that allowed me more time to start to join the Master Gardener program for University of Florida, the Brevard County Extension. So this past December, I graduated, and I'm a Master Gardener for University of Florida Extension. Master Gardener Volunteer is what they call it. So that was also an amazing experience for me. I learned so many additional organic principles that I am using in my garden now, and the garden has really exploded since that. Plus, I've made some new friends that I'm hoping will be friends for life. Very excited about that. Also got the opportunity to speak at a women's conference at a local church, and I taught them how to start their own gardens, how to create raised beds, and how to grow their own food. I think around 60 something women attended my sessions. That also was so exciting because it's not just it moved beyond now the YouTube and Instagram, but now I'm able to actually meet people and work with people hand in hand to start their own gardens. So that was really exciting. Spent the year building up my soil, getting everything healthy. I can tell you this in 2024, ever since I retired, the garden has flourished. If you guys are watching my videos week after week, month after month, there are just so much food that the garden produced this past year. Lots of first time fruiters also that I was able to harvest this year. As a matter of fact, guys, the week of Christmas, December 25th, that week is the week 3 years ago that I moved into this property and started planting fruit trees. There were no fruit trees, not even one fruit tree, not one vegetable when I moved into this property 3 years ago. So yes, Backyard Farm is now 3 years old. And when you look at the garden, when you look at the past videos over the past year, this past year, guys, you would think it's like a 7-year-old, 10-year-old garden. God has really put his hand on this garden, and it has just been abundant, abundant. Let's talk about some of the things that I harvested this year, guys. Hello. Do you remember that cassava right by the greenhouse that I had, quote unquote greenhouse that I had to rip down? Guys, I rested a cassava stick down and I harvested 45 pounds of cassava just from one stick. And I have sticks throughout the garden just from that one stick, guys. Bananas, guys. Right now I have 9 bunches of bananas. I grew This garden grew from like 4 or 5 banana plants throughout the property when we just planted them 3 years, 2.5, 3 years ago. And now, guys, we have well over 60 banana plants throughout the property, 9 of which are currently fruiting. I've harvested tons of bananas. I've harvested sweet sap, guavas, hog plums, mangoes, moringa, chaya, katuk, Barbados cherries, cassava, of course, I told you, papayas, sugarcane, June plum. limes, naseberries, June plums, star fruit. Do you remember those star fruit? Oh my goodness. The star fruit were just so abundant. Peaches, and what, let me see. Then let's talk about some of the first time fruiters. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention figs and mulberries. All those things I harvested this year on my little less than half acre property. It's probably 0.45 0.45 acres. So it's just under half an acre. All of that I harvested on this property that I've been living on for less than 3 years. But hello, there is more. So for first time fruits, blueberries. I harvested blueberries because my friend Diane brought me two blueberry plants for my birthday, and we harvested blueberries this year. Longan, which is like the cousin of lychee. I harvested longan, and I got quite a few. I harvested my first East Indian mangoes. Oh, guys, you remember those mangoes? Each mango was like 1 pound. It was incredible. Pineapple. I got my very first pineapple. Yes, guys. At the previous property that we owned, I did plant some pineapple, but we never got any pineapples before we moved. And we were there almost 3 years. So we did harvest our first pineapple. And all my pineapples in the garden are from store bought pineapples. I just buy them at the supermarket, chop the top off, stick it in the ground. And I got my first delicious pineapple. We had, I mentioned it already, but it was the first time we had peaches for the first time. Yes, I'm in Central Florida and we harvested peaches. These peaches were specially cultivated by the University of Florida for the Florida weather. And the one that I harvested was, I'll put the name on there. I can't remember which one that we harvested. Tropical, was it Tropic Beauty? Tropical Beauty. I'll put the name on the screen to show you the one that we harvested. We have two different kinds of peaches, but I'll put the name of the one that we harvested. But we got, I got, I think 30 or 33 peaches, and they were small, like medium size, but so juicy and so sweet. Wonderful. I harvested a ton of white grapes. I think, well, actually, this is the second year. Last year we harvested, I think, did we harvest last year? I think 2 or 3 bunches last year, but this year we got 16 bunches. So that was wonderful. I got, I grew and harvested cauliflower for the first time, and you guys watched me make my cauliflower rice, and I showed you different things that I did with the cauliflower. For the first time, we harvested Pakistani mulberry, and I got 4 Indian jujube. That was my also first time. So the garden is still producing. It's producing like crazy from previous years, and it's producing first time. And I'm expecting even more for 2025. So Aki, I harvested my first Aki. That's our Jamaica national fruit, and it's a part of Jamaica national dish, Aki and saltfish. So let's see, what else did we do in 2024? So towards the end of the year, after I felt kind of satisfied, of course, I'm going to always be building up the soil and always be improving the garden and, you know, organically controlling pests. Once I started feeling that I was starting to get that under control, I started layering in a lot more flowers, orchids, ornamental plants. Because guys, it's not just about the food for me; it's about the beauty. You feed the eyes, feed the soul. You walk outside, you see the fruits and the flowers, guys. It's just beautiful. Plus, while you're waiting for the fruit to come, you want to still go outside and look at the bougainvillea, look at the orchids, lobster heliconia. There's just so much that I've been putting into the garden to make it. This is really my little paradise, and my little paradise that I'm sharing with you guys. Each time I do a tour, each time I go out and harvest, each time I show a new flower, a new fruit, a new vegetable, guys. It's all for, not just for me, but it's all for you also. I grew tons of greens in the spring and in the winter. And if you guys saw my videos over the past few weeks, you can see I'm harvesting a ton of mustard greens, tons of bok choy, and it's just coming and coming. Not just harvesting for myself, but I've been able to, for the first time, sell some of my greens. And I've shared this past Christmas for all my neighbors. I knocked on doors and handed them bunches of mustard greens, and they were so thankful to be getting fresh, organic food. They can come in my garden and see, you guys see every week how I grow my food. I don't put a whole bunch of chemical fertilizers, I don't put a whole bunch of chemical pest control. It's all natural from garden to table. What else did we do? how could I forget? As I said, thank you before, but I have to thank you guys again. This year, 2024, marked when we crossed over 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. What? Yay! I'm so excited about that, guys. When I started the YouTube, I was just looking forward to being able to share what I know with maybe 50 people, if God willing, or 100 people. God has brought 10,000 people into my life to watch my videos, to learn how to grow their food, to see how I grow my food, and to teach, for us to learn from each other, guys. Because I do not know everything. I'm just sharing what I know, and I've learned so much from you guys. You see me doing something, you say, "Hey, Farmer Pat, you can do it this way, or this way works better." So I'm open, guys. I'm totally open to learning from you. Anyway, that has been wonderful. It has also 2024 has also brought me multiple partnerships with vendors, with companies that I've reached out to say, hey, they like to see what I'm doing on YouTube. They want to partner with me, to show their product. And there have been several that I had to turn away, either because it doesn't really agree with my beliefs, or when I look at reviews, I don't feel comfortable with what they're doing. So every product that I brought to you guys is because I've kind of researched a company and I feel comfortable before. So I could have had maybe 15 different partnerships, but I think I only had like four. I had planmygarden.com, which is a recent one I just did, which helps you to plan your garden. So spring is coming up. Now is the time to reach out to Plan My Garden, and they will help you plan your entire garden, help you with the layout, help you with what plants, what seeds to start, when to start them, and exactly what you need to do. Grow Friend which is another recent one that I did, where it has your grow seed starting kit, and it comes built in with the lights, with the grow lights, with the heating mat, and it's a really good product. I had lead pot also, which was a hydroponic system. And guys, do you remember that lead pot hydroponic system? I planted some lettuce seeds for the first time indoors, and guys, within like 21 days, 28 days, I had more lettuce than we could eat. So that was my first time ever growing in a hydroponic system, and I was very proud to partner with lead pot. And then let's not forget discount lots. I believe that may have been 2023. That may have been 2023, but discount lots. If you're ready to buy land, buy a piece of property here in Florida or in other states, discount lots is the way to go. It cuts out the middleman, cuts out all those middleman fees. You can buy the property cash and save like 40%, or you can buy it and finance it over 5 years, 7 years. And you too can have a piece of property where you can grow your own food, or you can start a business, or you can have it for your weekend retreat. But discount lots is the place to go. I'm gonna leave a video here of discount lots. But guys, that takes us to 2025, and I'm open to what the Lord has for me for 2025. But let me tell you a few things that I jotted down that came to me as I was praying about what to do for 2025 and what's next. So for 2025, God willing, I expect to have a lot more first time fruit. So I've been planting my trees, planting my fruits. There's still a few that haven't borne fruit yet, like my avocados haven't borne, my Otaiti apple. There's some others that haven't borne fruit yet, but so I'm expecting a lot more first time fruit. I plant the seeds, and God will bring the fruit. And lychee. That lychee is hardly growing, but we'll see. We'll see what God does in 2025. He's able, so we'll see what happens with that. I'll continue using my organic principles that I learned in the Master Garden program, and plus some of the principles I knew before. I want to stick to the organic principles of growing my food. So far, the garden has been doing extremely well without me having to introduce chemical, inorganic chemicals. And guys, if you there are a couple of times that I almost went and bought some chemical pest control, and my friend Diane, she had to say, no, no, Pat, you've been working so hard at the garden and working so hard at this, just stick to organic. And I'm so glad I did, guys. It may take a little bit longer or more visual, like going in and checking the plants, but my garden has flourished with 100% organic. As a matter of fact, If you guys watch me, you realize a lot of what I do is 100% free because I use leaves, I make my compost teas, I use chicken manure, use chicken bedding, plant materials, and chop them up and use that to build up the soil. So, chop and drop. I have mulch that I've had for since last year that I used to mulch. So I do a lot of very free and organic stuff. Um, and of course, guys, you're a part of it. You're with me every step of the way. Ooh, so some exciting things that have happened that are in progress that I'm not really ready to give you all the details, but I can tell you coming up in 2025, I have been asked to partner with a local church to start a community garden. So once we know what's happening, once we get the go ahead with that, you guys are going to be the first to hear about the community garden at the local church. And if they allow, maybe we can bring a camera in, maybe I can, take some photos and or some videos to show you guys as we progress on the community garden. But I am so excited about that. That is something that's been in my heart literally for years. Literally from when I first had this vision to grow food and teach more people how to grow food in 2020 during the whole COVID years. That's something that's been on my heart that I would love to partner with a local church. And God is good. He is now allowing me to partner. So more of that in 2025. That's something I'm super super excited about. Um, I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna start, but I do plan on starting online and in-person gardening consultations. I've been asked to do that in the past. I didn't feel fully ready. I wanted to more learn this climate that I'm in. Of course, when I just moved there 3 years ago, Central Florida climate was so different from South Florida, and the level of bugs and insects I had here, being 150% organic, was different from what we had in South Florida. Even though I was organic in South Florida, I lived in a development in a homeowners association, and they used to spray the lake that I lived on, and they used to spray the community for mosquitoes. And of course, with all that spraying, you didn't eat like you won't even see any bees. My garden here is full of honeybees, full of all kind of different bees, pollinators, bugs, good and bad bugs. So I had to learn that. So now that I feel, and with the Master Gardener program, I feel a little bit more ready to help you guys. So I plan on doing some consultations on that. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. And of course, I'm gonna always be working on my homesteading skills. I did share some videos with you throughout the year. I'm baking more breads now. I don't think I shared a video of that, but I'm learning to bake breads. I'm doing more canning and more pickling. I've really been enjoying pickling some of the fruits and veggies. I haven't shared those online yet because there are so many people that are way better, like Black's Tropical Homestead, so many people that are way better at canning and pickling and preserving than I am. So I'm learning from them, but that's something personally that I'm working more on. I did share my ice cream video, or if I didn't share that, I'm about to share my ice cream video with you, my rum and raisin ice cream. Guys, don't miss that. So I do share videos from time to time, but I know that you have 100 other channels that you can watch that on. For January, so what I'm gonna do is for the month of January, I'm kind of taking the month off. I'll still be in my garden working, but I'm not gonna be, taking the camera with me too much. I'm just gonna take the time, spend time in the garden, resting and recuperating. Guys, I just realized this year makes it 42 years that I've been working. Like the only time I've not worked is when I take off maternity leave to give birth and then go back to work. I think for 1 month in my life since I was 14 years old, I actually took a month off. I actually didn't work for a month. So I'm taking the month of January off and I'm trying my best not to work. I'm just going to be spending time in prayer, seeking God, seeking what He has for me, and spending time in the garden, just doing the things that I love to do, and just resting. May even take February off too, but February I definitely will be back to recording. And the videos you see in the month of January would either be videos I did in the past couple of days, or yeah, that's it. Because I'm gonna really try my best, guys, to not record in the month of January. So don't forget me. Don't forget me. February I'll be back. And I will respond to messages. So anybody who posts messages to me, I will respond to those messages, and I still will post one of these pre-recorded videos at least once a week on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'll post. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, please do. Backyard Farmer Pat everywhere. I would love to be able to hit 5,000 followers on TikTok. TikTok, several vendors have reached out to me, products that I use and love, and I would love to promote, but I cannot promote them because I think you have to have 5,000 followers on TikTok in order to promote. So, guys, I have 10,000 on YouTube. Guys, if you can get me, go to TikTok, Backyard Farmer Pat. Follow me everywhere, guys. Please follow me everywhere. I'd love to be able to get the word out on growing food. And if I'm able to promote, that helps me with income since, as I said, I retired fully from corporate America. So guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to see what God has in store for the garden, what God has in store for me in 2025. But guys, you can be sure that I will take you along with me. Till next time, Happy New Year, and thank you to everyone. Bye now.